Hey guys, thanks for checking out UnMining. Today we're going to be talking about a little spec mining, and we're going to be talking about the 500-pound gorilla in the room, Ravencoin. Of course, today Ravencoin was going crazy. So let's just go ahead and start looking at some of this stuff. And we're going to just go right into Ravencoin. So it's down right now, and I mean it was it was doing something earlier today, I'll tell you. 13.7 cents right now, down at 11.8, so it's down 2 cents, which is considerable, when you're talking about Ravencoin. But it's moving, and when you go to like what to mine with my 3060 Ti, the LHR cards, and I check out what's working over here, Flux is doing really well, but Raven is also doing very well. And if you're trying to mine one coin, like I've said before, yeah, maybe a coin is making $1 more a day, which would be another $30 in a month. But if you're looking to get into one particular coin like I am, and I am putting a lot of my eggs into one basket, and it is Ravencoin, to transfer that money to swap it to that other coin will cost more than that $30. So it would cost you $40, and then there's, you're losing $10. So you really got to know what to do. Flux, I am not disputing it, is making its way, and it has been doing very well. I hear more and more people talking about it, but excuse me, got this. But that's just a question of where it's going to go. Now, when we look at some other coins, Ethereum is much lower. Ravencoin is jumped up a lot. Typically these two are reversed, and the same idea comes into play. When Ethereum is above this, you would think, okay, Ethereum, why not mine it? Of course, but again, what's that rate for swapping that coin? Is that worth it? So I've been back and forth with these two. It just depends on how much it is. You're going to probably need by the end of the month at least $60 or something like that, maybe even more to swap that, probably a little bit more. So is it really worth it? If you're looking to get Ethereum, then you just keep doing Ethereum. But if you're doing like I'm doing and trying to stack some Ravencoin, I've been doing a lot of Ethereum just because Ravencoin's been down. And, when we look at 90 days, we could see over here when Ethereum was 8 cents, it didn't make any sense to really mine it, and Ethereum was much higher, so the payout was going to be much more. That to swap it was fine with that. Now, a while back when Ravencoin was going even crazier, 14.5 cents, it was Ravencoin straight across the board. But this past while it's been Ethereum, just because of that reason, for the swapping. And so I've been doing that, but let's look at some other ones. Let's look at my what else do we have over here? We've got the 3060 LHR. Let's go ahead and throw that one up there. Take a look at that. And Ravencoin right now is top. Ethereum is obviously below that. But even if these two were swapped and it was $1 more, I would probably still want to do Ravencoin, because again, that swap at the end of the month, if I made an extra $30, that's great. But if it's going to cost me $60 to swap it, there's really no point. And where's Flux? Flux is down here at 9.24. So yeah, for this particular card, Flux is not the answer. And then the last ones are the 580 and the 480. And let's just check those real quick. I think Ethereum is going to be the winner. And there it is, Ethereum, the winner. So, yeah, at almost $2 and what would that be? 50. Where'd it go? 270. Is that right? Am I doing my math? 270, something like that. Right? 32. Yeah, 277. So yeah, maybe at 277 a day, there may be a little extra money in there to do Ethereum and stay with Ethereum. Now, when Ravencoin was much lower a couple days ago, this was a no-brainer. This was down, I mean, to probably like, $4 compared to, $8 or $9. So yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer. Ethereum was the one at $5 or $4 a day more. That's another $120 a month. Sure, that $50-$60 swap, I still ended up with $50-$60 positive. So that would be worth it. But otherwise, you just gotta check them out. You gotta stay on here. I've done it before where I've actually come in here and I've hit my 3060s and I hit the 3060 Ti and my other ones, and I've calculated it thinking that they would all be similar. And if you look at that, it says Ethereum is the way to go and Ravencoin is not. But clearly, when you break that up and you do individual, it does make a difference. So don't just think that, you put all your cards together in one slot here and just put them all up here and say, okay, what should I do? As you can see, as I broke down each one, it does make a difference. So be mindful of that on when you're mining and looking at that. But Ravencoin, keep going, my friend. The halvening is the 8th, I think, of this month. I think which is Saturday. Again, I think it's Saturday. So that's going to be real fun to see that happen. I missed obviously the last one in the Bitcoin and obviously Ravencoin. It happens I think every 4 years, and I think Bitcoin is on the opposite end. So Bitcoin's 2 years away, and you know what? It's I've only been doing this since February-ish, and I am excited to be part of it and to watch it happen, and then to see profits drop too. And then really start looking at what's it going to be, because if Ravencoin doesn't jump up and really get up to 15 or 20 cents, then at the current rate now at 5,000 on the block reward at 10 or 11 cents, that's one thing. But at 2,500 on the block reward at 10 or 11 cents, that's another thing. So it does need to jump up, and if it did get to 20 cents. And then the block reward was halved on that, it would be the same as it is now, basically. So for Ravencoin to really become profitable after this weekend, it's going to need to be like 25 cents, which is a huge jump when you're talking about Ravencoin. When Ravencoin gets to 15 cents, those little party things that you pop them and the little things come out. I mean, that's what that is. But when it gets to 15.5 cents, we were all thinking about the Lambo. But now, with the halvening, it's really got to make a move, and it's going to be interesting. So, again, not financial advice. Do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. But me, I'd be stacking the hell out of this, because I don't think it's going to go back down to 8 cents. I think it's got to go up to at least 15, 16 or higher. And over the course of this year, it is going to be really interesting to see where it goes. If you saw that video by Son of a Tech, he was predicting a much, much higher, number. He was thinking that Ravencoin might hit $1. And I'll tell you what, if Ravencoin hit $1, everybody watching this video today is going to be like, man, I should have bought that Ravencoin back then when he was talking about it. So you think about it, maybe if you're just doing Ethereum and you're not sure and you're playing around with some coins, maybe you throw a couple down on this one and see what happens. We'll see. It's like this site here, right? This is a scratch-off ticket at the gas station. You know what I mean? That's what these are. These are for a little excitement. You buy a little card, you buy a $2, you buy a $5. Maybe you're feeling lucky and you're buying that $10 card, and you're scratching it off, and you're seeing if you're the big winner. And that's what these are. So let's talk about a couple of these. Crypto.com. I bought into Crypto.com when it first came out, or not when it very first came out, but early on, and I bought quite a bit of it, and I swapped out some coins for it. So I did get some, and I did well. I won't lie, I did very well with Crypto.com. It's come up quite a bit since, and let's go ahead and just take a quick look at it while we got that one. Where's Crypto.com is up here. So at 50 cents right now, Let's look at 6 months. You know, let's see. Yeah, I started with crypto.com. Geez, it would have been probably was just a little before this. It would have been just before this. It was around a low, high 10, 11 cents when I got into it, and right now at 50 cents. So I did well, and I cashed out. Not all of it, but I cashed out a chunk of it because I had done well, and I did a couple things. I was very happy with that. That was the first one that I got into and did well with it. And I've been buying back into it on the dips and trying to stay current with it. So I still have a couple of that. But I think that this website is a great website for something like that. Now remember that when you're mining on UnMineable, it's supposed to be UnMineable coins or tokens. And the idea is that you're mining in one of 4 algorithms, and then they're paying you out in these. So you're not really mining them. You're mining kind of like, Zerg Pool or one of these where it mines whatever the most favorable coin is that they feel. And then they use your hash power for mining what they feel is for mining to make them money. And then they pay you out in the coin that you're mining. So it's not that you're really mining it. You're just being paid out in it. So you can't mine crypto.com, but you can do it here, the idea behind it. So that one I think is a good one. I really like that. I think Solana is another great one. My sister got into this and she did well. She's not mining, but she bought into it, and she did well. She bought that back when it was much lower, and that got up to almost $270. I think that was like 269, 270 bucks when Solana was really moving along, and she had bought into it, good ways before that. And you got to tell me if you see me if I pass it. Okay. All right, there it is. So 150, and you look at it down here 6 months ago at $28. Let's see, 258. I mean, that's crazy. She got into it. I don't know when she got into it exactly. It's in October. So she's still up a little bit. I know she's still up a little bit, but yeah, who knows to sell? Who knows when to sell, or at least trade for USDC? You don't want to miss. You don't want to miss it when it's going up, and you're like, oh my God, it's at $250. I bought into it at $150. Should I trade out now? Because you're thinking, but what if it goes to 200? But then all of a sudden, you go to work, and then you come home, and you're sitting on the couch after dinner, and you're like, it just dropped, 30%, and you're like, well, I just missed that. You really got to be into trading and really be staying on top of it. You need to set alerts up. I don't know if your wallet has it, or wherever you're keeping your money. If you have an app on your phone to set up some alerts that when it's dropping below something, maybe set up several alerts so you can see it. You get alerts as it is dropping, or when it's going up. And if you really want to get into that trading, there are a lot of different platforms to get into. And I've been debating on putting $1,000 in one of those trading platforms and using one of their algorithms to do some trading. But that's another video. But she did well, and she's still doing okay, and she'll do better because Solana's got a great future. If you've read their white papers and you want to read about what they're trying to do and what they're going towards, this is something that is going to stick around. Solana as a whole is not going anywhere, and they've got a great chain, and I hope they do amazing, and I believe they will. Here's some other ones. I mean, the Elon coin. I'm going to mine it. I'm going to mine it, right? I'm going to mine it. I'm going to mine it because, Jesus, where is it at? It's all the way up here too, right? It's something crazy. Where is it? It's not all the way that high. But it was up here. Right here. 134. Man, this is what happened today. But, you go back 30 days I mean, look at this, if you had gotten into this, I mean, back near the beginning when it was nothing, not that it isn't nothing now, but I mean, comparatively, I mean, you look at some of this is, look, if you've got some 4 gig cards and you want to throw them on your miner, I'm looking into getting a couple cards. I was trying to buy a couple on eBay. I had a guy selling me 5 of them. He gave me a good price, and he wrote me back overnight. I woke up the next morning. I saw that he had said, he had sent me, he accepted the offer. I was running late. I went to work, got busy. It was midday when I finally got a minute to hop on my phone and go ahead and buy those cards. And then he had canceled it. I looked at his selling, and I saw that he had like 8 of them available, and I was buying 5, and now all of a sudden he was sold out. I think somebody offered him a great price, and he said, hey, I've got other cards if you want them, and they said sure, and they bought out all of them for a higher price than he accepted through mine. So that was really shady, and real shady to do. I'm not going to put his name up because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but man, I wish I could. The guy, just, that's what makes eBay shady. So eBay has its positives and eBay has its very strong negatives too. I mean, I guess I could report him, probably put a strike against his account. As a matter of fact, I probably will. And they probably won't do anything to him. They'll put a strike against his account. But really what I'm doing is that the next time he goes to screw somebody and that person reports him, that's when eBay will take action, probably on his account, and then either suspend him or wave their finger at him very, very sternly. I don't know what they'll do. I don't want to be a little tattletale, but it pisses me off. So you make a deal, you make a deal. Anyway, I like crypto. I like Solana. Elon, yeah. If I had 6 cards over here, I'd probably group them in 2s. I'd have 2 cards on one coin, 2 on another, 2 on another, and I probably would throw for a month going on this one, on the Elon coin. This one, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I was looking at that one. That one's acting kooky also. It's jumped up. It's all the way down here. But I mean, look at that. You don't even need to look at this to look at that. I mean, if you had been mining this for a little speculative mining, yeah. I mean, look at that. Now, where's that price going to go? Is it going to go into the toilet? Who knows? Who really knows where it's going to go? But, if you've got some 4 gig cards, this is something that I would try. I would go here. I would go here. I've already done SafeMoon. I did SafeMoon for a day, and I'm going to show you what I got off of that. I got about 7,100 SafeMoon, and I did that for 1 day. Now this is going to be interesting. I'm going to show you this here. So let's drop these off. I had the 3060 Ti LHR rig on it. I did it for a day because I needed to have a little release. I needed to have some fun. And this is how I have fun, is spec mining and doing these things. That's why I really want to get these cards, because once you dial in these rigs, I mean, really, how often do you change them, and how often do you really need to mess with them? Not much. Certainly not as much as I mess with mine. But, that's just because I'm always trying something out. But let's do this right here. Let's check it out. And we're going to look at these numbers really quick. So Flux, 1837. So let's check this out. SafeMoon. I had 7,100 SafeMoon. 1743. Now also that's today. Well, I guess it really hasn't come down. Oh, down 20% today. Never mind. So, yeah, it is down. Well, it did have that pop there, but if we go back, it is on its up. So, let's look at that. 1743. 250 here. $2 there. 1743. That's what I made that on that 1 day. More than I would have made with Ethereum. What does that mean? It means you do whatever's best for your pocket or pocketbook. That's what that means. Is SafeMoon going to, get flushed down the toilet? Probably. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to go crazy. SafeMoon actually, since they put out version 2, I will say version 2 is a whole nother direction for SafeMoon. And if you haven't looked up SafeMoon, I would suggest checking out SafeMoon and doing a little reading on them, since they did just switch to the version 2. Maybe they've got a little future. I'm keeping my eye on them, and you know what? I am going to mine them a little bit because I think with version 2, I think they have a future. But who knows? Who knows? I'm going to watch them. Right now, they are not even with a market cap. No. But I mean, you look at them. Man. And we'll come over here at the very end and we'll look at a couple of these that I'll mention, just a couple notable ones. But in here, let's just keep looking. So if I had a couple cards, yes. I mean, whatever. I've got like 7.5 million or 8 million, or I don't know what I have, something like that. So I won't mine it anymore. I've got a couple, but yes, this one here, that's another interesting one right there. I got to say that this is the Cosmos one. Who was I talking to with Cosmos? I was talking to Poly Hardcore. Poly Hardcore sent some comments up, and he was trying to get this going. And I hope I got him up and running sooner than later, because this one here, do I have it up here? No. What's its ticker? Atom. I mean, you guys want to talk about speculative mining? $22 back here. We're at 37. Rank 19. This is what is spec mining. I mean, so I will say yes. I think Poly Hardcore, you've got the right idea, my friend. Not that I have that many people watching my videos, so I don't think you have to worry about the 256 subscribers jumping over and mining Atom and causing the difficulty, or you to get less. But I guess you really can't, because technically you're not mining it. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Maybe if people start going for it and getting payouts, that'll just increase the price, and maybe that'll help you. Let's look. Bitcoin, yeah. Binance, there's Doge, Byte, Classic, Ethereum. Fun token I really haven't looked at. Litecoin. I'm going to skip over one right now, Decentraland, because I'm going to come back to it because we're near the end of this list. Sushi, I wouldn't mind with that. Uniswap, I wouldn't mind doing that. Guy I know, man, loves this stuff. Takes all of his money from his miners and just stacks this coin. Loves this coin. Don't know why. XLM. Let's look it up. XLM. Loves this coin. Let's look at 90 days. I mean, man. He loves it. I don't love it that much. I've got some of it, but I don't love it. I think I probably got like $150 worth of this stuff, which means I have 570-ish of this coin. It's only because of him. I put a couple bucks into it. Maybe I'll throw a little bit more now that it's really low. Maybe I'll put some alerts up to see if it drops even lower, and I'll buy some. But, maybe I'll mine it. If I can get some cards, I would love that, because like I said, I got to have fun. I don't know about you, and I would love to see that in the comments below. What are you doing for fun? I mean, not that this isn't fun. Believe me, I love doing this. I have had so much fun making these videos. I love the comments. Leave some comments below. I love seeing my subscriber list growing. I am having such a blast doing this. I'm loving mining. I'm loving the Grow 10. I'm loving Crazy Town. I'm loving all of it, right? But it gets towards that business side, and that's where kind of like, you know, I want to fool around with a couple cards. I want to play around with some stuff, but I can't, because this has got to make some money, because this is what's going to be buying the next cards. If you know what kind of cards I have in here from my other rigs, you know I spent a couple bucks, okay? And I spent a couple bucks. So I'm not going to get into that, but I spent a couple bucks, and I'm not looking to pay myself back, because I did that with the intention of just making per day money, not looking to ROI necessarily. And eventually I will, but I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at having, you know, a steady income. Maybe it's $30, $40, $50 a day. You know, I love to be at that $100 mark. I'd love to be at $200, but, you know, and with the market down right now, when the market was up, I was doing much better. Believe me, it was doing much better. And right now it's down, but I'm still doing okay. I'm still making enough monthly to pay the power bill and to still buy a card and a half, basically, if I do power. Now I'm paying my power bill out of my own pocket from my job, because my job makes me enough money where I can do that and still have enough money for my monthly bills and expenses. So my mining profits are straight profits, and I don't always look at electricity because of that reason. Right now, as the farm grows, then I will become more involved, because my electric will be $1,000 a month, and I won't have that extra money from my job to throw down on that, and I will need to start really looking at those numbers. But for now, the money that I'm making, I'm able to just take it and put it towards buying more cards, which are, you know, if I could buy 2 cards a month, and then next month, you know, I have 2 more cards mining, and I could buy 2 more. Now I've got 4. That means instead of buying 2 the following month, I could probably buy 2.25. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not buying that, but you get the idea. That slowly, that number snowball effects, and it gets bigger and bigger to buy more and more cards. And that's where I'm at now. I think I've gotten enough momentum behind me, literally, that I think that I'm gonna be able to really start going in the direction that I want to go in. Now we're coming out of Christmas, and I got to tell you, I pissed away a bunch of money at Christmas, but whatever. Anyway, let's get back into it. Zcash, you know, my Z9 is running that, and it's running great. Zcash, I could do Horizon, I could do Pirate. There's different ones I can do, and they change day to day, hour to hour, it seems. I've just left it on Zcash, and I'm just letting it run. You know, just for the heck of it, we'll just yeah. Now I've got mine set up on a different pool. Nano pool. I don't even see it. Where the hell is it? Is it not even listed right now? Well, anyway. Yeah, I've got to see, and even though it's not doing as well as the other ones, I'm really just spec mining this. I'm not worried about the profit. It's all just sitting in the wallet. I'm not moving it or changing it. So, and that's just because I have that Z9. So that's just doing that. And, you know, I got the L3, so that's got the Litecoin and the Dogecoin, you know, and I keep some of that. But I'll be honest, I've been throwing even some of that at that Ravencoin and just building that up. But the one I want to talk about again here and get back to is Decentraland. Now, Decentraland, I did mine for a day, and as a matter of fact, I did take that 560 and just put it on there earlier. So let's go ahead and see that one, and there it is. So 529, I just turned this one on just a little bit ago, but I've had 529. This 560 doesn't really, we'll do a little video on it. You can laugh at me then. This 529 for this. Now I have to see here, I need 19 mana to cash out. So, and remember, when you're doing this, don't leave autopay on. Wait until you are done mining and then do the payout, unless you're going to be running it for several months. Then you can do however you want. But when you're getting ready to switch to a different coin or token, you don't want to have this on, because if you say you were mining and you were like, oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'll be over my limit. Well, if you mined and you had 19.1 and then, you know, it was on auto pay, it would have paid you at 19, which means you'd have 0.1 left here, and you wouldn't be able to get that until you hit 19 again. So don't leave this on, make sure it's off. And then when you want to pay yourself out, if it's at 20 or 19.1, then you can click auto pay and it'll pay you 19.1. So just whatever, remember that. But 5.29, here we'll just do that. And let's go over here and go to Decentraland. And this one now is for Decentraland. It's the Metaverse game. It is ranked, listen, I got to tell you, it's got to be ranked at least number 2. It's doing really well. And this coin is how you buy things in-game. So this, I can't see this not getting up to $4 or even $5 in the near future. As this game becomes more and more popular, more and more people are using the currency, this is definitely going to go up, in my opinion. Right now it's down 10%, but like everything today, everything went down into the toilet. If we just pop over and click Bitcoin overlay, and there's your Bitcoin. So, you know, yeah. But all the more reason why right now this isn't a bad buy, even if you just wanted to get some of this. So on UnMineable here, so did we copy that? And we'll come here. So $15.19. And I did have the 3060 Ti again on that. 15, what did I say? 15.19. So yeah, not very good. We're all the way down the line here. So yeah, definitely $2 less than mining straight Ethereum. Obviously with Ravencoin up right now and Flux doing well, it is not as profitable. But I think that's also because the coin is so far down right now and Ravencoin is up. I think a lot of things are down, but I think that this particular one, Mana, is down even more than it should be. So I think this one should have been a lot higher and then come down a little bit with everybody, but I think it should still have been a little bit higher. So, you know, that's not bad. And to get some Mana, you know, now I need 16 total to cash out, and that's what it'll give me, right? Was it 16? No, 19. Doop-de-doo. So 19 to cash out, and that's why I threw that 560 on it. I'm just going to let that run on it, just so it's always accumulating something. I may throw that 3060 Ti on it for another day or two, just to finish it off and then get the cash out. And then that way, you know, I could have just done a couple, but you know, there's a couple in here, y'all. So a quick recap. Yes, I mean, yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, whatever. Why not? And probably borderline definitely. I'm gonna definitely jump on that for a little bit. Probably throwing that 3060 Ti on that for a day. I'm just waiting to see what Ravencoin does. Again, I'm just stacking up right now. I did that for 2 days with the Mana and the Safe Moon, and I did that just because I was just, you know, I was bored and I wanted to do it, and I just did it. But really, I'm saving all my money for Ravencoin right now and transferring it all over there because I want to see what happens in this month after the halvening and just kind of see what happens. So I'm banking my money over there for now. But Sushi, yes. Like I said, Safe Moon up top, yes. Uniswap, I like. Stellar, I don't know what my buddy's thinking, but maybe he knows something. And Zcash, just because why not if you want to, little Zcash. So, and then if we just look over here at the ones that I've got saved, just really looking at a couple, anything else in here that I like? I like Sandbox. I wish I could mine that. I wish I could do Gala. I would like to do this one. I'll be honest. I've been thinking about just buying into this. I think this has a little place to go. This one right here, Altura. This one, the ALU is their ticker symbol. They are the common currency in video games, or becoming more so if you play different games. This is a cryptocurrency that is being used more and more. And the more it gets used, the more obviously valuable it'll become. It is down. And let's do 6 months, following Bitcoin, just like everybody else. But this one, I believe, has a place to go. This one, I believe, has a place to go. So that's one to look at. So I like that one. I wish I could mine that one. Safe Moon, you saw. I don't know how to say the name, so I won't bother, but you saw that one as well. Pirate always has a place in my heart. It was the first miner I had, so you know that. Horizon and Zcash are the two that I bounce back and forth for the Zen or the Zcash or the ZC. It's basically where I'm at. Of course, we love Bitcoin and Ethereum is supposedly going in June. And, they have that difficulty bomb coming up in June. We'll see what happens if that really goes off, or if they're just going to just push it back again so it doesn't. The difficulty bomb is really just to push the developers into that direction so they will, get the job done. But it's funny because when it gets close enough, if it's not going to get done, they'll just delay the bomb. So what's the point of putting it out there anyway? But just, I don't know, whatever. But June is the time frame. So whatever. But that's it. That's it, guys. Look, thumbs up. I hope I get some thumbs up here. I appreciate you checking in. I am going to keep working on getting those 470 or 480 cards, maybe a 580. I don't know which ones I'm going to be able to get. I'm looking at 4 gig cards. Anybody knows anybody selling some cheap? I'm looking. But I'd like to get 6 of them straight up. And just like I said, put 2 on each coin, mine 3 coins each month, and perhaps see if it does well and continue on it, or change it off and have a little fun. I would love to do some solo mining on Flux. I would love to do solo mining on Ravencoin. The problem is that, right now it's so close to Ravencoin, solo mining, which is super fun too. That's a giant scratch off ticket right there for you. I mean, that's the Powerball, if you want to roll the dice. But solo mining is something to look into if you've got the extra cards. If I started building another rig after I get those last 2 3060s in there, the next rig that I build, I will do more spec mining with it, and I will use those to mine Ethereum or Ravencoin or whatever to be profitable. But if I ever do want to do some spec mining, I'll feel much more comfortable with a 3rd rig in there and using that one to do that spec mining. So right now, I do need a little return. I don't know how you're doing. I would love to hear about it. I want to know your financial details, but I would love to know if your rigs are supporting you, or are you able to spec mine a little bit, or are you just peeling off one card and just saying, to hell with it, I'm spec mining with this one, because I'm debating on doing that myself, and just picking one card off and just saying, hey, I need to do something for a little side distraction, for a little fun, and the holidays are over and it's time to get back to business, but I still want to have a little fun. Tell me if you're in the same boat, or is it just me? Anyway, I appreciate all the subscribers. Like I said, we're over 250. What did I say I was at earlier? Let's take a quick look here. I'm just going to give you the recap. Where am I at? Analytics. 279. Man, you guys, thank you. 279 is amazing. Comments below. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what you're doing for spec mining. Is there something that you want me to spec mine for a day with the 3060 Ti rig with the 8 cards? And, I'll do it because, like I said, I can't, man, I just can't be locked down to one thing all the time. I need a little outlet. I'm sure you do too. And if you want to live a little vicariously through me, hey, comments below, thumbs up. Let me know if you like this video. If there's something that you're looking for, I'd love to do a video for you. Maybe we could do something together. If you have any questions, comments below, ask away. I'm always happy to try to help the best I can. So until next time, I always appreciate you checking in on me from time to time. I'll see you around. Thanks.